So we're sitting here with these Beckers. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. And tell us about your trip. You came from the Netherlands. What's your impression so far?
So it was a long trip. Took me about 26 hours to get here. And I've been received very well by a lot of nice people. And the conference was very informative. I learned a lot of new stuff, and I got to speak myself, which is, it doesn't come naturally to me. So, a couple months ago, John Kutch invited me to come over here and speak about the things that I write about, like the copper usage and renewable energy. So I accepted his invitation, and I managed to get here after a long and grueling trip. I checked in here into this really nice hotel in St. Louis. I went up and down to the Arch and met a lot of great people. Had a great time, and I'm sad that it's over.
Yeah, terrific 2 days. What were some of the highlights?
Well, to me, one of the biggest highlights was the solar eclipse, to be frank, because that's really magical. You at one point you couldn't straight watch at the sun without the goggles. But at some point, when the eclipse is 100%, you can take off the goggles, and it's just magic. And to the right, you could see the star Venus, or not the star, the planet Venus. And well, it went dark for about 2 minutes, and it was this really strange kind of dark. Normally you can see the sun going down on one side and the darkness coming in from the other side. But now it was like it was being dusk, but it was everywhere. And I'm really happy that I finally got to meet all these nice people like you, Rick.
Thank you.
Like Alex Guinera, like Heather Matteson, Meredith, Mike Conley. I can go on forever.
Yeah, there was a lot of good people here.
Yeah, but I'm really happy that I got to meet them. Not just meet them, but have a nice time together with them.
Tell us the names of your books.
Oh yeah, I wrote 3 books. I wrote Highway to Dystopia, Science a la carte, and I wrote The Non-Solutions Project, which was a popular critique on Mark C. Jacobson's 100% renewable thesis. And it was really well received, and it's probably the book that landed me at this conference. And I also produce videos for a YouTube channel called The Nuclear Humanist, in which I try to explain in short videos, about 3 to 5 minutes usually, how stuff in energy generally works.
Good.
So
you had your own take on, at least I hadn't seen anyone else tackle the copper issue.
Yeah.
That was well done. Do you want to explain a little bit about that?
Well, it's in summary, we need about 5.5 metric tons of copper per megawatt of capacity for wind and solar. Regular energy sources like coal-fired power plants or gas-fired power plants or nuclear power plants, they need 1/5 of the copper which renewables need. So what I wanted to know was whether I could model a situation in which we could build enough renewable resources so that we could get all the energy we would need to run civilization. Well, it turns out that even if we would jack up the numbers to extremely high, extremely optimistic figures, we wouldn't be able to make it. So renewable technologies, they have a limited life cycle. Photovoltaics, they have a limited life cycle because of chemistry. So after 15 years of operation, they start degrading. It's a chemical process. And this means that they either start breaking down or their efficiency goes down, so they capture less energy. So after 25 to 30 years, you really need to start replacing them. So that's when you get into the area of diminishing returns. So not only do you need to add more PV so you can reach your goal by 2050, but you also need to start replacing the PV panels you installed 15 to 20 years earlier. So that's when copper usage starts to grow exponentially, basically, from that point on. And the same goes for wind turbines, or they are not turbines, by the way. It's wind propellers with a dynamo on top of them. These things experience a lot of stress. So after 15 to 20 years, you need to start thinking about replacing them, because they become a liability, a danger, because they can break down. So that's when diminishing returns kick in as well. So not only do you need to replace the one you already had, but you also have to keep building new ones in order to reach the capacity you need in the end.
Did you get any new ideas for videos you want to do?
Yes.
Can you say something about that?
Yes, I'm going to buy a solar panel and I'm going to make a time lapse which shows you how I deconstruct it, and then I'm going to tell you what the components are that went into the solar cell. So I'm hoping I can learn something new, and perhaps the viewers can learn something new as well.
Good. Well, thanks very much. So where can people find your book?
They can find my book on Amazon. They can search for Maltese Backers, which is my name, and then they will see 4 books, one of which I didn't write, but that's okay. I don't know if it's any good, so.
Okay, terrific. Thanks.
Okay.